Sister Tommy, it's going to be short. I was a comedian, you all heard that, and I'm still a comedian. But now I do comedy, clean comedy, for the Lord. My mother, amen, I used to curse people out for money, got paid good too. $2,500 for 15 minutes. And one day I was at a show, and I was in Chicago, and all jokes aside, and my mother was in the audience. You remember that little white girl that fell in the backyard? Y'all remember her? And they put her on time, and everybody was picking at her. And I had, I said some type of joke where, if that was a black mother, she'd just left her down there for maybe about 4 or 5 more days for being hard-headed. And there's a few other things I said to her which I cannot say right now. But my mother was in the audience, and my mother cringed at me, and I went, So I took her in the back. I was like, look, Mama, I got 4 shows tonight, and I'm making $2,500 a set. I ain't doing nothing wrong. And so my mother said to me, but you're cursing. And I said to her, well, little curse words don't bother nobody. $2,500, 4 cents. 25 is $5,000. 5,000, that's $10,000 in one night. I ain't prostituting. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I ain't selling drugs. I ain't slanging. She said, and the one thing she said was, if Jesus was here, what would you do? And I looked at my mother. I had been drinking. And it convicted my soul at that moment. So I went out and I told the promoter, I can't do the next set. Nese, what you mean you can't do the next set? Cedric, the entertainer, everybody was there. Bernie Mac at that time, a few other people. And I was like, I can't do it. Can't do the next set. And when you host, you got to be funny, because you got to be quick. He said, well, Nese, who am I kidding? I said, I don't know. You're going to have to ad-lib. You got to do something. And I said, but I got to go. I'm going to give you the check. And I went through a withdrawal. Somebody that was going through a withdrawal on drugs, PCP, heroin. I was told up. I wouldn't look at comedy. I wouldn't talk to friends. Even though I had a wonderful job, I was truly blessed, because that was just a hobby for me. And so one day when I went home to North Carolina, and you know how the little Baptist churches had those little plays, and one of the ladies with the little glasses, she said, she was doing the play, and it was boring to me. And the kids were just sitting there like, oh God, do we have to do the same play again this year? Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's the church table over there. They know what I'm talking about, because they laughed. And I came out and I thought out loud, and I said, oh my God, this is so boring. And she looked at me, didn't Nese, did you say something to me? And I was like, oh my God, I thought out loud, I'm sorry. And then I said, yes, this is boring. And she said, so can you do better? She was a teacher. And I said, yes, I can. I went back home to God, and I was like, I don't know what I just did. But I started writing plays. And that year, First Baptist Church in Raleigh, North Carolina, that was our first play that we had over 2,500 people at. And then that's when I gave my comedy. And I didn't know what to do, because I was just so used to cursing everybody out. I thought that was funny. But then if you be around a lot of church folks, a lot of mothers, people in your family, everybody got one. Everybody got one in their family. They talk about everybody. Everybody. Yeah, I want y'all to understand that, because I see some of you laughing. And then that's when I realized, okay, Lord, well then I can do this for you. So everybody have a testimony. Everyone has a testimony. Everybody have a thing that they want to talk about. My grandmother, she's the one that also helped me in my comedy. And I'm waiting for we got the other young man coming. And we're going to talk about my grandmama momentarily. And I have a few other special people that I want to talk about tonight too. But before I go on any further, Candyman. That name don't sound right, do it? Everybody looking like, should I clap for him or what? But Candyman is a performing artist, life on track. And I want you to come on up. Come on up, William. I know when he came in, I was like, Candyman, where you get that name from? No, I was dancing.
My mic. We good. Thank you. Candyman by way of Hempstead, Terrace Ave. And I know y'all like, some hip hop is on the stage.